Huh? What do you mean you did it?
It wasn't cheating. It was an accident.
My place. You idiot. You were about to freeze to death sleeping on the street. It may be spring, but still.
I, Kyohei Itomura, have two drinking buddies I've been hanging out with since college. Yo, Kyohei, your seminar's done by now, right? Showing up to the lab was my best friend, Hideaki Sono. Right behind him, waving, was my girlfriend, Chie Tsurumaki.
Let's go drinking once you're done.
Yeah, just give me a bit. We're still discussing the freshman welcome event for the seminar. Come on, it's gotta be a drinking party. What else?
A proposal from the same idiots who showed up late to the seminar orientation with a hangover? You three never change, huh?
I heard a sharp tongue click and jeering from behind me. That was Yoshitaka, a fellow member of the freshman welcome committee. Yeah, back then, Chie and Hideaki had initially wanted to join the same seminar as me. But after arriving late to the seminar orientation in our second year, they made a bad impression on the professor and weren't accepted when the third year seminar selections came around.
We really overdid it that time, huh?
Yeah, we messed up. Lucky for you, Kyohei, you didn't get lumped in with us. Since then, you two stopped drinking together. At least you've shown some restraint, huh? Years passed, and now I was 24, my birthday. Since Chie was throwing a birthday party for me, I headed straight to her place after work. Thanks, you two. And the gift. I'll treasure it. Ha! Glad you liked it. But, Kyohei, there's something we need to tell you. Huh? Why so serious all of a sudden? We did it. Huh? What do you mean you did it? We got drunk and slept together once.
I didn't want to lie to you.
What? What?
It wasn't cheating. It was an accident.
Yeah, man. There's zero romantic feelings between us. It finally hit me. What the heck? How did this even happen? My head spun violently, but I forced myself to stay steady. You know how bad our drinking habits are, right?
I'm really sorry. If you want, you can cheat on me once too.
Look, we've been careful ever since. We haven't gone drinking alone together. It clicked. It happened during the second semester of our second year, the night before they showed up late to the seminar orientation. How many years had it been since then? All this time without a word, they had been smiling beside me like nothing happened.
We swear, nothing like this will ever happen again.
Their desperate pleas weren't lies. I could tell they were genuinely sorry. But you do realize today's my birthday, right? And this is what you do to me? I'm leaving. I turned my back on Hideaki and Chie, suppressing my fury. The two panic and try to stop me.
Wait, Kyohei! I'm sorry. We'll do anything if you'll forgive us.
But ignoring their shouts, I walked out of Chie's apartment. One more lemon heart, please. I don't remember much after that. I just wanted to drown myself in strong liquor. That I recall in fragments.
Just one more.
All right, but this is the last one.
And then, with a strangely clear head, I left the bar. That much I remember. When I came to...
He's up.
Where is this?
My place. You idiot. You were about to freeze to death sleeping on the street. It may be spring, but still.
Nagahama? You saved me?
Couldn't have you dying on me. That'd leave a bad taste in my mouth.
An unfamiliar home. The person who had helped me was none other than a former college classmate who always seemed to have a bone to pick with me.
Yeah, right. You were this close to calling an ambulance.
Shut up. I just figured the paramedics could handle it better.
I see. Thanks. I owe you one.
Mimey, bring him some water.
On it.
Mimey, huh? So, this guy has a little sister.
So, what happened?
Huh?
Out of the three idiots, you were always the most level-headed. You never drank yourself into a stupor like this.
Nagahama's words dragged me back to our college days. He always called us the three idiots and shook his head at our antics.
Did you get into it with those two?
Why?
Your phone was ringing all night.
Snapping out of it, I glanced at my phone. Dozens of missed calls from both of them. Ugh. A wave of nausea hit me.
Here, use this if you're gonna puke.
I emptied my stomach before finally calming down a little.
So, what really happened?
Chie and Hideaki cheated on me. Once, 4 years ago when they were drunk. Today's my birthday, and out of nowhere they just confessed. Nagahama and I were never particularly close in college. I hesitated, wondering if it was right to burden him with this. But after everything he had done for me, the words just poured out.
So, what are you gonna do? Judging by the calls, those two still want to stay buddies, huh?
I stared at the phone, its screen still lighting up with new calls and messages. After a moment, I blocked both their numbers.
Yeah, blocking them makes sense, but that won't be enough. What if they show up at your place?
Chie has a spare key.
Real solid planning, genius.
Then why not stay here for a while?
Huh? I never said I'd take care of him to that extent.
So what? You're just gonna throw him out? Even though he's in trouble?
Oh, what about you then?
Nagahama groaned and turned to face me. Maybe he's weak against his little sister. Well, to be honest, it'd really help if I could stay for a bit. But I can't impose too much, so I'll look for a hotel or a weekly rental.
But if you leave him alone in his current state, he might collapse somewhere again, right? Wouldn't that bother you later, big brother?
A long, deep sigh, and then...
Fine, stay over.
Are you sure?
Like I have a choice. It's for my own peace of mind.
The hangover wasn't that bad, and I left Nagahama's place in good health for work. Luckily, I had everything I needed in my bag. Chie and Hideaki knew where I worked, so my only concern was running into them. But they had jobs too. There wasn't much chance of crossing paths on a weekday. I'm home.
Welcome back! Dinner? A bath? Or maybe... me?
You're way too excited.
How mean!
So, they didn't show up at your office?
A few days later, I had completely settled into life at the Nagahama house. Tonight, the three of us were gathered around a meal Maimi had made. Yesterday, I cooked, and Nagahama, despite his usual attitude, had reluctantly complimented it. Yeah, morning and evening, no sign of them.
I see. But you can't keep avoiding them forever, right?
Yeah, I know. Look, I get it. I know I'm just running away. At some point, I have to tell them directly that it's over.
So, you were set on cutting ties? I thought you were still torn about it.
Huh, no way. For all I know, that wasn't the only time they did it. And they acted like nothing was wrong for 4 whole years, together. Then they chose my birthday to drop this on me? You'd have to be insane.
Yeah, well, When you trust someone, a single betrayal can make it impossible to trust them ever again. It's not as serious as your case, but I was betrayed by a longtime friend in my first year of college. I used to talk to her about my crush, but turns out she liked the same guy. And without telling me, she went and became his girlfriend. Love is free, sure. But why keep it from me? Why listen to my worries and even give me advice? In the end, I cut ties with her. She told me she was afraid of losing my friendship, but really she was just protecting herself, wasn't she? If she actually cared about me, she never would have done it.
I completely agree with Mimi. Those two are the same as her ex-friend. They told me the truth to ease their own guilt. They wanted me to forgive them so they could feel better. If they really wanted to stay close to me, they should have kept it buried forever. You're strong, Mimi. That must have been rough, but you got through it.
Well, it's been 2 years now. Though back then I did cry a lot. But I was lucky, you know? A total stranger handed me a canned coffee without a word. That little act of kindness really helped me move on. I didn't even have to talk to my big brother about it.
Huh, what's that supposed to mean?
I gotta say, I never thought you'd actually be so serious about helping me through this. Back in college, I was sure you hated me.
I still do. You were always the top student in our seminar. I couldn't stand how you aced everything even though you were always out drinking. But our seminar wasn't so easy that anyone could just coast through it.
Jeez, you're still so bad at being honest.
Shut up.
You two, thanks. You helped me make up my mind. I unblocked my ex-girlfriend and former best friend.
If it gets tough, call me. I might help.
Me too. Big brother's unreliable, so call me first.
Oi, Mimi, you picking a fight? 'Cause I'll take you on.
I wouldn't be smiling now if it weren't for these two. Time to end this. I need to find a new place to live. As they argue, I open our old group chat for the first time in a while and send a message. Let's talk things over. The next day, I returned home. I needed to get started on moving out. Kyohei. To my shock, Hideaki was waiting in front of my building. What are you doing here? We were supposed to talk in the evening. I was worried, man. I've been waiting here every day. Where the hell were you? Considering everything, I almost went to the police. Ah. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. I get why they'd be paranoid that I might have done something drastic. That part, at least, is my bad. I still want to be friends with you. Chie's been waiting at home all this time. I know it's early, but can I come in? He was probably about to say, "Can I come in?" But then he froze. Until now, his entire focus had been on me. Nagahama.
Finally noticed, huh? Took you long enough.
It was the weekend, and I needed help with moving, so they came along. I've been staying at Nagahama's place. Really? That's unexpected. Nagahama, didn't you hate us?
I don't hate Itomura. The guy works hard and isn't a bad person.
Huh? Hearing those unexpected words, I reflexively turned my head toward Nagahama with a sharp motion. But before I could even look at his face, he grabbed my cheek with a firm grip. It hurt.
Itomura, quit making those disgusting noises. Shut up, you piece of...
You two sure got close.
Right? Big brother actually likes Itomura-san a lot.
Oi, don't make up crap. But yeah, At the very least, I'm definitely closer to him than you are. Right, ex-best friend?
Gritting his teeth, Hideaki clenched his jaw at those words. The air grew tense, and then...
Kyohei!
She must have seen us from inside. Without even putting on a coat, she rushed out, her eyes puffy from crying. But her face looked pale. She must have been waiting without turning on the heater. That apartment was mine. Even when we were dating, Chie had always been oddly particular about those boundaries.
Kyohei! Thank God! You're really okay!
She ran up to me, tears in her eyes. Being so small, she tried to throw herself into my arms. But... Don't touch me.
Huh?
My body rejected her before I could even think. I immediately took a step back, putting distance between us.
Sorry. I just felt so relieved to see you safe. I was happy. So, Nagahama-kun, why are you here too? This isn't about the talk we planned, is it?
As she spoke, I noticed that Chie kept glancing at Maimi. Just in case, I subtly positioned myself to shield her from harm. I came to pack. Pack? I'm moving out. You two know where this place is, and more than that, we spent way too much time here together. I don't want to live in a place like that anymore. Though honestly, I wasn't expecting to run into you both before our scheduled talk.
Wait. We were supposed to talk things out. Isn't deciding to move too soon?
Seems like you're misunderstanding something. The only reason I wanted to see you two was to cut ties, once and for all. Honestly, I didn't even want to hear your voices, but you wouldn't stop contacting me. I don't know when you'll start lurking around again, and I refuse to be bothered any longer.
No way!
It was really an accident. We were drunk, both Chie and me. When we woke up, we realized what we had done. I know it's hard to believe, but it only happened that one time. I swear. Having been friends for so long, I could tell he wasn't lying about that. Man, how the hell did it come to this? Hey, can I borrow your textbook? I met Hideaki in a shared university class during our first year. I'd forgotten my textbook and happened to ask the guy sitting next to me. That was the beginning. Oh, sure, go ahead. It was an ordinary interaction, but from there, our friendship began. I later found out that despite his appearance, Hideaki was painfully shy. His attempt at a college debut had failed, and I was his first friend.
Wait! Are you guys thinking of getting into drinking? I know a great place.
We started hanging out more. By the time we turned 20, we went out drinking for the first time. That's when Chie, who was in the same class, struck up a conversation with us. We gradually got closer to Chie, and before we knew it, we were known as the Three Idiots, a title given to us by Nagahama. I really thought I had both love and friendship figured out. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Kyohei. I betrayed you. I hurt you. I'll do whatever it takes to earn your trust back. If you don't want me contacting Chie, I won't. I'll even stay away from your future girlfriend.
Future girlfriend? Hideaki?
If you tell me to castrate myself, I'll do it. Just, Kyohei, please, listen to me. Tears spilled from Hideaki's eyes. At the same time, almost instinctively, he grabbed my arm as if clinging to it. Something surged up from deep inside me, and I crouched down, covering my mouth.
Kyohei!
Seeing that, Chie shoved Hideaki away and rushed toward me. But she must have remembered how I had just rejected her touch. She hesitated, pulling her hands back. Instead...
Are you okay? I'm sorry, I don't have a garbage bag right now. You can throw up on my skirt if you need to.
The moment she offered her skirt, her scent hit me. That was the final trigger. I couldn't fight it. I threw up on Chie's skirt. Even as I did, I understood something with chilling clarity. So that's what it was. That nausea I felt that night, it wasn't from the alcohol. I will never, ever be able to forgive them.
Please step away. Itamura-san cannot accept you anymore. No, but I didn't even touch him.
Back off. I can't even stand your scent. With Nagahama supporting me, I was helped into the building's restroom. Maimi, left behind, turned to face Hideaki and Chie once more.
As you can see, Itamura-san will never be able to reconcile with you. Please leave. My brother and I will take care of him, so just let him go.
Seeing the state I was in, they must have finally realized that it was impossible. With those words from Maimi, the two of them quietly walked away. After that, I sent a final farewell message in our group chat and left. Goodbye. I would never know if they had read it or if they had remained in the group afterward. What I did know for certain was that Chie had returned my spare key by mail, and I never saw them again. And that... I'm so sorry, Kyohei.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
According to Nagahama, after losing me, the bond that held them together weakened, and they eventually drifted apart. Regret and remorse consumed them, with nothing left but the gifts I had refused to accept. Nagahama, thanks again for letting me stay and listening to me. I really appreciate it.
Well, I was already involved.
Having finally moved into my new place, I invited the Nagahama siblings out for yakiniku as a thank you.
Itamura-san, if you ever feel lonely, you're always welcome to stay over. I'll be waiting.
Thanks, Maimi-chan.
And I'm waiting for your answer, too. No rush, though. Any time is fine.
I nodded, and Nagahama tilted his head, puzzled. The truth was, after everything settled down, Maimi had confessed to me. At first, I thought she was just trying to comfort me with a kind lie, but she assured me she was serious. Apparently, we had met once before, back when I was still a university student. It's cold, right? Here, have this. The stranger who handed her a can of coffee back then, that was me. That was all I had done. I hadn't even sat beside her, just walked away after handing it over. No wonder I hadn't realized until she told me. Fate works in strange ways. There are things you should say to those close to you, and things you shouldn't. That line can be difficult to judge, but maybe the key isn't what you think is right. It's whether or not it's for the other person's sake.
All right, then. Let's toast to Itamura-san's new place. Cheers!
Now that I had found unexpected friendships and a budding romance, I wanted to cherish them this time. But when should I tell Nagahama? Given how much he dotes on his sister, should I inform him before we start dating or after? As I pondered this dilemma, I realized that my future best friend and future brother-in-law was already going to be a handful.
My name is Hiroki Kirishima, a 25-year-old office worker. It's been 3 years since I started working, and I'm finally getting used to my job. Crap, I need to hurry and prepare the documents for the meeting. Oh, I've already finished that for you. Thanks, you saved me. Thanks for your thoughtfulness, Kirishima. That's my boss, Chief Kawagoe, who says that with a relieved smile. He's always so gentle, yet gives precise advice.
You really are good at reading people, Kirishima-kun. How did such a great guy grow up?
And that's Hirano-san, saying that with admiration. She's a senior colleague who's like a reliable older sister. And... please, stop exaggerating. It's not a big deal. What's going on? What are you guys talking about? That's Kazuto Higuchi, my goofy coworker. The four of us often work together as a team, led by Chief Kawagoe.
Ah, Kirishima-kun prepared the documents, right?
We were just saying how Kirishima is always helping us with his thoughtfulness. The team has a good vibe, and we all work together harmoniously, but... Did you really go out of your way to do that? Man, you're such a pushover.
You're still the same as ever.
It's not wrong, but you need to think about how you say things. You need to read the room a bit better. Huh? Sorry. Did I do something wrong? Yeah, he's not a bad guy, but he's a bit insensitive and says the wrong thing sometimes. Just now, the go out of your way part was unnecessary, and do that was a bit rude.
I went back home the other day, so here are some souvenirs. Please, everyone, help yourselves.
Another day, a junior coworker from another department, 2 years younger than me, Yuka Sugino, came by. Apparently, she brought some local sweets.
Oh, wow, I'm so happy. I love these sweets.
Thanks as always. I'll bring some treats to your department soon too.
Speaking of, the tool that Sugino-san made us a while ago has been a huge help.
Thanks to that, our jobs have become much easier. You're amazing, Sugino-san.
I'm glad I could be of help.
Sugino-san shrunk back, getting praised. She's a bit quiet and reserved, but her kind and thoughtful nature made her liked by everyone in the company. Huh! My oasis, Sugino-san! Higuchi exclaimed excitedly as Sugino-san returned to her department. She's so cute and gentle, and just talking to her is healing. A goddess who is kind to everyone, even people from other departments. Higuchi, you're not going to tell me you're trying to hit on Sugino, are you? Well, if she were single, I would be going for it with all I've got, but she has a boyfriend. That would be too much of a bother, right?
Good. I'm a bit relieved that you know that much.
What do you mean by calling me an insensitive person?
It's not far from the truth. I have a whole list of your insensitive sayings, you know.
Huh? What's that? Sugino-san, who everyone admires, has a boyfriend, and that person is...
Sorry to keep you waiting, Hiroki-kun.
It's okay. I wasn't waiting long. Yeah, it's me. After my relentless pursuit, I started dating Sugino-san, or Yuka, 3 months ago. We don't make it overly public, but it's not like we're hiding it either, so everyone around us knows about our relationship.
Huh? Hiroki-kun, are you having a convenience store rice ball today? That's unusual.
I had to leave for work early today, so I didn't have time to make one. I usually bring a homemade lunch to save money, but sometimes it can't be helped.
If that's the case, would you like to share a little bit of my lunch? Actually, I had some time today, so I made lunch.
Huh? Really?
It's not the prettiest, but if you don't mind...
She said, showing me a homemade lunch for the first time. She always brings a sandwich from the bagel shop nearby, or a lunchbox from the deli, so... Today was quite a rare day. Whoa, this is Yuka's homemade lunch! What are you saying? I'm incredibly happy! Let's dig in.
Well, what do you think? It's not inedible, I hope.
It's super delicious!
Really? I'm so glad. I'm going to try making my own lunch from now on, just like you, Hiroki-kun.
It may not have looked perfect, but it tasted so gentle and warm. Come to think of it, how long has it been since I last ate someone's cooking? I'd be happy if I could eat Yuka's lunch every day. But I don't want to burden Yuka. That's why I decided to propose this. Hey Yuka, if you're okay with it, how about we started making each other's lunch every other day? For example, if I make both our lunches tomorrow, then Yuka would make mine the day after. That way, we can both have a day where we can relax in the morning. What do you think?
Wow, that's a great idea. That sounds like so much fun. But I'm not confident I can make them as nicely as you, Hiroki-kun.
What are you saying? That's not a problem at all. There's value in you making it for me.
Huh?
I mean, only if you're okay with it though.
It's totally fine. I'll make them with all my heart.
Really? Yes! And so, we started to make each other's lunches every other day.
Hiroki-kun, how was today's lunch?
It was even more delicious today. Yuka, you're such a hard worker. A month has passed since we started exchanging lunches. Every day that we eat the lunches we made together or separately is priceless.
Thanks. But I still can't make lunches as pretty as you, Hiroki-kun, so I'll try to improve myself more.
A few days later, I went to the break area with my lunch as usual. Today, it's Yuka's turn, and I'm looking forward to what kind of side dishes she's packed. I really wanted to eat together with Yuka, but she said she has work to do today too. My and Yuka's break times still rarely match, so we can only eat together sometimes. Feeling a bit lonely, I opened my lunchbox when... Oh, another lunch today? You're really putting in the effort, huh? Higuchi came over and peeked at my lunch. What the heck is that? You sometimes make some seriously bad lunches. Were you half asleep when you made this?
Huh?
Leave me alone. What's with you? Such a killjoy. I was furious at him for making fun of my girlfriend's cooking, so I more or less ignored Higuchi and ate my lunch. At the end of the workday, while heading home with Yuka...
Hey, Hiroki-kun, about making each other's lunches, would you mind if we took a break for a while?
I stared at Yuka in shock. Huh? Sorry, was it too much of a burden? You're not used to it, so it might have been tough on you.
No, it's not that. I've always been cooking for myself in the evening, so I just make it at the same time. The reason I didn't bring lunch before was because I was a little embarrassed, because I'm not very good at it. To be honest, I've gotten a bit busier at work. It seems like I'll be working more overtime.
Is that so? Are you okay? Then, should I make them every day?
I wouldn't want you to do that. We might not even be able to eat together, so could we just make them separately for a while?
Alright. Well, it was just my selfish idea, so don't worry about it. Let me know when we can start it again.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry.
That's how I got the wrong idea, believing that it was her work that was the reason. I was sad about not being able to eat Yuka's lunch for a while, but I agreed with a smile. Even when we took a break from exchanging lunches, if our schedules matched, we would have lunch together. Today was one of those rare days where our schedules matched, so we were having lunch together for the first time in a few days, when... Huh? Are your fingertips hurt? What happened?
I just got a small paper cut.
Is that so? A bandage was on her fingertip. It felt a bit off, but Yuka is a bit clumsy, so it wasn't that strange. But looking back, this might have been the reason why our lunch times didn't match anymore. I'm already missing Yuka's egg omelette. A few weeks after stopping our lunch exchange, I was already raising the white flag. Since we haven't been going home together lately, it makes things even tougher. Oh, your lunch looks pretty good today. Higuchi. Yeah, eating such bad lunches could hurt your body, you know? If you fail next time, how about you just go to the company cafeteria? I knew he wasn't a bad guy, and this was his usual harmless comment. But I was so upset that I couldn't take it lightly. You know, you should stop saying things like that. What's gotten into you? You're being incredibly insensitive, aren't you? I already told you before that I don't like this topic, so you should at least be able to read the room a bit. If I had been honest and said that was Yuka's lunch, then Higuchi's inconsiderate comment might have been avoided. But Yuka was worried about the way her lunch looked. She probably wouldn't want me to show it off too much. Sorry for suddenly getting angry, but I don't want you to talk about this anymore. Please understand. Okay. I got it. I wonder if Yuka is really that busy. It's true that her department seems to be very busy. At the end of break time, I sent her a message saying, "Are you feeling okay? Don't push yourself too hard," and went back to work. And the next day, I was sitting in the break area, excited. That's because
Sorry to keep you waiting, Hiroki-kun.
I received a message that said, "It's okay, let's have lunch together tomorrow," after that. And another message saying, "I'll be making a lunch."
Hey, look at this.
Huh? What is it?
Ta-da!
Huh? You made all of this, Yuka? A perfectly made lunchbox was spread out in front of her, full of colorful and perfect looking food. That's amazing, but why all of a sudden? Of course, I'm happy, but I couldn't hide my surprise at the drastic change. The sense of unease that I felt before resurfaced, and when I looked up, I saw... Yuka, your hands! My eyes fell on Yuka's fingers covered in band-aids. Seeing that they were clearly not from paper cuts, I involuntarily grabbed her wrist and looked at them. Yuka smiled weakly and began to talk.
I'm sorry about making those embarrassing lunches before.
I finally understood. On that day, Yuka accidentally heard Higuchi's thoughtless words. And that was why she stopped making lunches.
I thought that I made you feel embarrassed and I felt terrible about it.
Yuka, I have never been embarrassed for a single moment, okay?
Yeah, I know, but I thought people who didn't know the situation would probably laugh at it. I felt so ashamed.
I didn't miss the tears in Yuka's voice at that moment when I was consumed by intense remorse. Huh? What are you talking about? I turned around to hear a voice, and there was Higuchi with a pale face. Higuchi, you? Wait. Are you saying that the lunch Kirishima had that day was made by Sugino-san?
Yes, that's right.
Why is Sugino-san making Kirishima's lunch?
Because I'm dating Hiroki-kun.
Huh?
I was the one who made that super bad lunch. All of Hiroki's bad lunches were made by me.
No, that's not it. I thought that Kirishima had messed up the cooking, so I was trying to tease him. If I had known that Sugino-san made it, I wouldn't have said that. Higuchi, I warned you so many times, didn't I? Your thoughtless words, your insensitive remarks. But I should have been firmer. Kirishima-san? Listen, you say too many inappropriate things. Even if you don't mean any harm, you often hurt people without realizing it. Both the chief and Hirano-san have warned you about it too. You need to start taking that seriously. Because of that, Yuka's hands were hurt so badly like this. Listen, you can't take back the words you say. Even if the person you say it to is okay with it, you might be hurting the people around them. Stop saying things without thinking just for the sake of the mood. Hey! Wait a minute, Kirishima. I do think that I was wrong about the lunch thing. But if you had told me that you were dating Sugino-san, then this wouldn't have happened. That's partly true. But as I was about to explain why I didn't say it...
What are you talking about, Higuchi? They weren't hiding it at all, were they?
Hirano-san and Chief Kawagoe? Hirano-san and Chief Kawagoe appeared from behind Higuchi, looking exasperated.
What do you mean by ga? Seriously, it's always like that. I was surprised that you didn't realize. I thought you would have known since you had so much information.
Not noticing it when you have that much information, it's just too insensitive.
That's right. The reason I didn't tell you was because I thought everyone knew. We were quite openly affectionate, so it was common knowledge. Also, I knew that Higuchi said he wouldn't go after Yuka because she has a boyfriend, so I just assumed that he also knew that I was her boyfriend. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I should have said something. Why are you two here? You usually eat in the cafeteria.
Well, you seemed like you were worried lately, so I was curious. Then I ran into the chief here.
I knew you had lunch here, so I came to ask what was wrong with you since you were so tense yesterday, but... Chief Kawagoe looked at Higuchi and sighed deeply. You were the reason too, Higuchi. I think it'll be hard for you to get a girlfriend like this.
That's right. There's no way that Suguno-san would like you.
Wait a minute! Why are you saying such horrible things? That's so mean! Oh? Is it mean? That's what you always say.
Do you want me to read you the insensitive sayings list I made then?
Hey!
Yeah, that's probably what I was preparing it for. It's time to use it. Let me see.
And then, a few minutes later, after Hirano-san read out all of his past insensitive comments, Did I say all of that?
Are you kidding me? Is that your reaction now?
All the times I have warned you. So that's why he never improved despite us telling him over and over again. So, did I really say all of that? Are you sure Hirano-san didn't make all of that up?
Huh? Why would I make up a list of your insensitive sayings?
Okay, Hirano-san, I give up. I give up. I hope you learn from this. You need to learn to take responsibility for your words, and you need to learn to read the room a bit better. Yes. And, Kirishima, you're reading the room too much. Not everyone can read the room as well as you can. Yes. After that, Higuchi had to read a book on communication and psychology every week, and submit a report to Chief Kawagoe about it. And so, Chief Kawagoe and Hirano-san left the break area to have lunch. Sugino-san, even though I didn't know about it, I'm sorry for being insensitive.
No, it's okay.
Kirishima, I'm sorry for saying those horrible things. It's fine, and I'm sorry for not telling you about an important matter. Both of us were at fault. We apologized to each other and the commotion ended. Later, Higuchi, who had to face a broken heart and his own insensitivity at the same time, seemed to have learned his lesson. Kirishima, about that thing, Oh, you're thinking hard about it. I'm grateful that you looked into it beforehand, and it was really helpful. Thank you. Oh, no problem. I'm glad I could help. He seems to think before he speaks now. This is definitely growth. That's amazing, Higuchi! You've grown so much!
You can do it when you put your mind to it, you little rascal!
Please stop that! He was never a bad guy, so he's much easier to work with now that he says less insensitive things. I, too, have started to value communicating properly with the other person instead of just reading the room. Thanks to the changes we've made, the atmosphere of our team, which was already good, has gotten even better. And what about me and Yuka? Let's go back to that moment. I really love the gentle taste of your cooking. Just the fact that you made lunch for me makes me so happy. I was worried if I might have been pushing you too hard.
Hiroki-kun, hey, can I start making lunch for you again?
Really? I would be so happy. And so, we started making each other's lunch again. And then, time went by. Whoa, this looks delicious today too!
I went all out again this time.
The taste and look are getting better and better, especially your egg omelette.
Aw, you mean this heart-shaped one? It's really easy. You just cut it in half and flip it over.
No, that's not what I mean. Reading the room is probably an important skill, especially for Japanese people. But that doesn't mean that you can get away with being ignorant. Sometimes, it's also important to communicate clearly and listen. I learned that once again in this situation, so I really love Yuka's egg omelette.
I'm happy to hear that.
Seeing Yuka's face change to a sparkling smile at my words, I once again realized how important it is to communicate your feelings.